What's up guys, Bufkin over here. Welcome back to another episode of Meta Misplaced, the series where we take characters that don't really belong in PvE and force them into PvE anyway. Today we are testing out Carnage, so let's take a look at his build. All of his important stats are capped out, and since he is a part of the Symbiote team-up collection, he gets an additional 5% pierce, which is always nice. Now he is rocking 4 Odin's Blessings, with the rest being standard Urus. I do have a 6-star artifact on him, and for this video I slapped on a brilliant CTP of Rage to really see how good he can be in PvE when fully invested. With that out of the way, let's jump straight into World Boss Legends. Now in the last Meta Misplaced video, we tested out Wolverine in Ebony Maw and Black Dwarf, and someone correctly pointed out that those bosses have high physical defense, which I completely forgot. So yeah, for today's testing, we are taking Carnage into Proxima and Corvus stage 19 because Carnage is also a physical attack character. So Carnage has been one of my favorite characters in the game. I vividly remember when he first came out, I tier 2'd him almost immediately and abused his healing through the blobs, which was actually insanely fun back in the day. But yeah, fast forward to today, he is slowly falling off as a PvP character, especially with how fast the meta keeps changing. That said, this man still hits like a truck. So even if he is a PvP oriented character, he should still perform decently in PvE, at least for like World Boss Legends and maybe GBR. So let's see how this run ends. As we get towards the end of this run, we are about to finish with about 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, which is honestly pretty solid for a PvP oriented character. Not bad at all. We have our first scores on the board. Now let's move on to Alliance Battle Extreme. Carnage only qualifies for one restriction in Alliance Battle Extreme, the Combat Villain restriction. But for this video, I did test him out on the no restriction day to give him better leadership and support options. As for his cancels, he only has 2 out of 3 cancels, meaning he has to rely on a tier 4 striker for the silence season. Now build wise, he is very proc friendly, so you can use him with a proc CTP. However, we are using him with a Rage because he has guaranteed crit rate in one of his passives, and Rage is a very good CTP for Alliance Battle game modes. Now rotation wise, it's very simple. You literally cancel everything into 5 for your normal rotation, and the second rotation you usually get your tier 3 skill, so you cancel everything into 6. It's almost identical to Wolverine's rotation, but compared to Wolverine, Carnage has much lower hit counts. He averages high 80 to low 90 hits on a normal rotation and around 100 hits with his tier 3 skill. That's not great for Alliance Battle, so yeah, it's definitely going to reflect on his Alliance Battle Extreme scores. Now let's see how this run finishes as well. As expected, he ended up falling short of 14 million. Not terrible, but clearly subpar. He is not an Alliance Battle Extreme character. Now at this moment, the real question is, can he do any better in Alliance Battle Legends? Here, Carnage qualifies for 3 restrictions: Villain Human, Villain Male, and Combat Villain Male. Out of these, Combat Villain Male is easily his best shot. since the ceiling is much lower compared to the other two restrictions. That said, I still don't think he is competing here either. But hey, we're here to try things out and have some fun. Now, as for his cancels, similar to Alliance Battle Extreme, he only has 2 cancels in his kit, missing Shock. But yeah, I don't have high expectations. Regardless, let's see how this run ends up. As we reach the end of the run, we didn't even crack 10 million, and honestly, he performs about the same in both Alliance Battle modes, so yeah, he is not good for either Alliance Battle Extreme or Alliance Battle Legends. Now, as a bonus, we finish things off with a solo GBR Run. His damage is actually very solid, so yeah, I am expecting him to perform decently here. This run was on combat day, so there is no type advantage or disadvantage. Maybe on speed day he could have performed much better, but even still, as you can see, he does insane damage, almost one-shotting the first phase. But yeah, overall, testing him in PvE was pretty fun. I wasn't shocked with how he performed, but I did expect a little bit more, especially with a brilliant rage. At the end of the day though, he is still a PvP character, and that's where he belongs. I will be switching him right back to my brilliant egg and returning him to my TBA team. That wraps up this episode of Meta Misplaced. Carnage wasn't great in PvE, but it was still interesting to watch him try. Maybe his next uniform turns him into a hybrid god. Who knows? Let me know in the comments who you want to see me test out next. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, take care and peace.